Was in a mess, but against relegated Nottingham Forest, a win was a must in the hope of moving out of the bottom three. The club's #1 supporter was thinking the same. Jack Walker has also spent tens of millions on his favourite hobby. For this one, though, he knew all the support had to be vocal.
We're no doubt about effort is going to be put in by the players, but we really want your full support in every way.
And the crowd produced a deafening roar as the teams emerged for Blackburn's penultimate home game. Manchester United visit Ewood in midweek. Blackburn travel to Newcastle on the final day. There was also hope in the quick return of Matt Jansen, the England under-21 prospect. Another jewel is Kevin Gallagher, not a prolific goalscorer but an international striker nonetheless, and fit to play in a side missing 8 first-choice men through injury. Joining that list in midweek, Ashley Ward. Forest keeper Mark Crossley saved a penalty last time out against Sheffield Wednesday. Another of the heroes was Hugo Porfirio, his wonderful individual effort setting up a victory. Ron Atkinson has stated he wished he'd had this 11 available when he joined Nottingham Forest. An interesting contrast in the managers, one retiring after 28 years, the other not a year into the job, and both could go down. Your commentator at Ewood Park, Martin Tyler.
Kick from Crossley. Held up well by Harewood. It's a lovely pass, and Rogers has got Friedman in the centre. Here's Friedman, and the pass didn't quite get to him. All credit to Darren Peake for the defending. Goalkeeper came. Bonnelet. Porfirio. Friedman, goal! Nottingham Forest lead after 11 minutes. Just pulling away for Porfirio's pass and really connecting sweetly with his left foot. Well, bad news for Blackburn in the early minutes here. Jansen, it's Duff through the centre. It's a fine stop by Crossley. Very much the last line of Nottingham Forest defence then. No offside. Carsley. Gillespie. Shot by Gallagher! What a shot! When quality was required, along came Kevin Gallagher. To assess the situation was clever in itself, and then to put the thought into practice, well, it was done absolutely perfectly. 1-1. They are thrilled. Blue and white delight. Porfirio. Friedman can set himself for a shot here, and it was a great shot, matched by the save by Phelan. Blackburn slow to see the danger posed by Dougie Friedman, who just held off outside the penalty area this time, so Porfirio could pick him out. Oh, mistake by Chettle, a terrible mistake. Gallagher. Penalty. And what will this mean for Chettle? Off. Well, in a way, that sums up Nottingham Forest season. They're playing well here, very much in the game. And then an individual mistake that could be so costly for Forest. It will mean so much to Blackburn Rovers, who at the very least will now play 11 against 10. Question of where the challenge was. But Chettle goes off, and now comes Kevin Gallagher's penalty. Crossley pushes it onto the post. Gallagher again. Mark Crossley has a magnificent record of penalty saving. It's the 4th this season since he's come back into the team, and it's provoked extreme emotion all round the ground here. Despair for Blackburn, although circumstances still are pretty much in their favour. Great save by Crossley, and in goes Carsley. Well, we're going into stoppage time with a highly eventful end to this first half. Carsley's header. Crossed, but he's shown too much of it to Porfirio, who wasn't really decisive in what he did. A long clearance by Goff. Friedman chasing. Now he needs some support. How much will Forest offer? Louis Jean has galloped forward. Mark Williams. Porfirio taking over. Mark Williams is there. He can get with it, ready for the shot! Chris Mark Williams! Well, it's dynamite for Forest, but it could be deadly to Blackburn's chances of survival. Just playing casually here, Forest, and Blackburn thought that the numbers back might be enough, but Mark Williams took a couple of strides forward, no one got to him, and he arrowed the shot beyond Phelan to the goalkeeper's left. And the burden on Brian Kidd's shoulders, you can only just imagine what he must be feeling. Davis. Gallagher goes far post. The ball goes far post. It's Gallagher! Well, it was as good a piece of football as Blackburn have put together in this time of desperate need. And Gallagher's header, mostly reaching up and making sure with a touch. Oh, he could walk through here, Callum Davidson. Peacock! Was that Crossley again? It was.
I didn't worry about the penalty because we knew that big Mark, the big goalie would save that, big Norman, but you know, going a man down, particularly because we hadn't looked in much trouble. We'd looked at pretty well in control of the game, and you think, okay, you know, that sets them up. Fortunately, we kept our composure, kept our cool, played with a lot of spirit and played with a lot of composure, and played with a lot of ball, if you like.
It's becoming a bit of an habit. That's 4 from 5 since I got back in the team. I think 12 games ago. I saved one at Charlton on my first game back, and there's only Alan Shearer actually not one past me this season, and I'm beginning to ask myself at the moment how I'm doing it.
Brian Kidd kept his players in the dressing room for a long time after this one. When he eventually emerged, he had plenty to say.
Players have got to go out there and do it and give the fans something to cheer about, and they haven't. They've let them down badly. They've let the club down badly. But then the club, it is, you know, it is the people. You know that it's their club, the Blackburn people. I don't think they're down. As I say, I don't know whether the players are still feeling the same thing, because, as I say, I thought there was acceptance today. It's not one game decides your season. It's you know, it's done from August to May. And Manchester United won't win the title if they beat Middlesbrough tomorrow, or they beat us on Wednesday, or Spurs. Manchester United will have done it over the season, and we won't be relegated. If we go down, we'd want a specific game that'll have been done over the season.